Good morning, Tarkov. How's everybody doing? I'm feeling much better today because we got some good news. We got some cool shit to talk about today, boys and girls. We got some cool shit to talk about. We got our first look at Factory. We got a bit of the weapon malfunctions. We can talk a bit about that and the inertia stuff I've been kind of sitting on for the last few days. I think I've even brought it up a couple times here in these streams, but we can discuss that today as well. And we have a podcast with Nikita. I am not taking part in that podcast. It's going to go up with Pestily. Pestily is talking to him later today. I have no fornicating idea when, but I have his stream up. He's not live right now, so at least we don't have to worry about that. And we'll see what happens with that. If you guys are following me on Twitter, as well as if you are paying attention to the community section on my YouTube channel, then you'll know when exactly that's going to pop up today. And then, of course, whatever they end up talking about, I will do I'll do a summary of whatever they end up talking about. Now, when it comes to my questions, I haven't heard back from my buddy in like a day. So, or well, it would be like kind of like sort of like 2 days. So I think the best thing for us to do is let's cut our losses. I'm sure he's going to get back to me at some point because that would just be weird if he doesn't. But I'm done kind of like towing the line there and seeing what's going on with that Q&A. So we'll see when I get those answers back. If we're lucky, maybe Nikita gets to them in Pestily's podcast or Pestily's interview or whatever he wants to call it that he's doing today with Nikita. Maybe he'll, I don't know. Well, maybe he'll get to those questions today. Maybe he won't mention them that they're from me, but you guys have seen the questions. Maybe he'll say, oh, you know what? I answered those for nice guy. I doubt he'll fucking say this, but I'm just kind of coming up with fucking options here for this stuff. So maybe we'll talk about that a little bit later. I don't know. That's going to come up later today, regardless of whether maybe he completely forgets that he answers those questions, and maybe Pestily forgets to ask, not forget, but doesn't think to ask about some of the stuff that I asked about, and then maybe we get our own little Q&A at some point in the future. That'd be cool. But regardless, I'm just going to fucking just drop it. We're just going to leave that. We're just going to forget that ever happened. And then at some point in the next whenever, we'll see those questions answers. Probably. So soon TM. Unfortunately, those were added to the list of soon TM. But what isn't soon TM are these factory picks. So we're going to get to those a bit today after we finish the intro, because this is Good Morning Tarkov, the morning show that I've been putting on talking about Escape from Tarkov for a good bit now, and it seems like it's going well, so I'm going to continue to do it. It goes from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern United States time, and if you missed it, don't worry, the VOD's going to go up, and it's also going to go up on Spotify later in the day once I get around to downloading it and then uploading it to Spotify. Unfortunately for our Spotify listeners today, this is going to be a difficult one because it's a very visual stream today. We're gonna be looking at all the things that popped up yesterday between Factory, the weapon malfunctions, the inertia stuff. So unfortunately, if you are one of the Spotify listeners, it's going to be a little bit difficult. But hey, at least you'll pick up what you can from the voice if you do want to continue to listen. And like I said before, if there is something that wants to show off, then I'll make sure I put it in the description of the Spotify link or the Spotify page. So at least if you are listening along, you can at least see what we're looking at, even though you can't follow us live. And of course, if you're watching the VOD, you can check out the description and the very top comments, and you can see some timestamps in there to keep up with the conversation, whatever we might be doing for that day. So, how's everybody doing? What's up? Hey, Alexander, how you doing? Are we misbehaving, or is that just spam? Oh, it's good. Yeah, Andre, you gotta watch out with the spams a little bit, because we get people that are spamming, so you gotta watch out with that. Morning ERS, morning Red Cell. Send your questions over to Pest. Pest has his own stuff, man. Pest knows what's up. Morning, Naaman. How you doing, man? Morning, Ivan. Morning, Jared. Morning, Ian. 10 p.m. Moscow time. 10 p.m. Is it Raleigh? Is that for Pest? Hey, Vested. Hey, Mogi. For Spotify, if you type in "Good Morning Tarkov," it should pop up. I tried it the other day, and that's what popped up. I think if you type in "Nice Guy," like NOICEGUY, I think that pops up as well. But if you type in "Good Morning Tarkov," it should pop up. What's happening at 10? So 10 p.m. Moscow, I guess it maybe. I don't know what's going on with that. Pestily is talking to Nikita today. I guess it's 10 p.m. Moscow. Or 8 p.m. Moscow. I honestly, I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, he posted on Twitter an hour ago. Pestily did or Nikita did? Yep, we got it. Yeah, you did. All right, so postponed as I am doing a podcast with Nikita at 10 p.m. Moscow time. Okay, so 10 p.m. Moscow time, guys. So what we got for that for Eastern? That is going 3 p.m. 3 p.m. Eastern. 3 p.m. Eastern United States time. Noon Pacific United States time. All right, so we got a bit. Hopefully I can get some other shit that I have to get done today. I have an extremely busy day, not just with you guys today. There's a lot of shit I have to get done today, unfortunately. And now we got this podcast. All right, so yeah, so 3 p.m. We can take a note of that. 3 p.m. today is when that pops up over on Pesley's channel. And if you guys are paying attention, I'll retweet. Actually, you know what? I'll retweet his shit right there. Hold up. I'm gonna retweet his tweet right there talking about it, and then when he goes live, I am extremely confident then he'll say something about it on Twitter. I'll retweet it then, and then I'll post the links over on the community section on YouTube there. So that's gonna be great. That's gonna be really good. And we haven't heard from Nikita in a few weeks now, so that should be really cool. All right, guys. So we got some cool shit to talk about today. I'm gonna put this what we got over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try my best to map out where I think these land for today's topic is this stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to map these out on Photoshop here and see if I can't figure out where this new addition to Factory is. Because one of them is actually very obvious. One of them is this is going to significantly change Factory forever. It's quite a big difference, and you'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. Let me grab this, though, actually, because I think this makes a bit more sense. I'm just doing some behind-the-scenes stuff here, guys, real quick. Hold on. Because I think this will make more sense if I do something like this. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, nope. Factory Tarkov, please. Head on over to the wiki. Okay, this will work. Let's do this. Then we come down here. Da, this would look. Yes. Okay. And then we've got these, I think. Here we go. All right, cool. We're good to go. All right, so if we come over here, maybe if we do this. All right, guys, we are good to go. Let's do this. All right. And you know what I'll do? Hold on one sec. I'll add the chat here so that you guys can pop up in the chat too, because hopefully some people are behaving. I hope. Hold on. Browser. Chat box. There we go. So we'll put you down here, just so you can take part. There you go. All right, there you guys are. And then I'll put my chat over here, and we should be good to go. So like I said, today's going to be a very visual cast, because we're going to see what we can learn. We're going to see what we can learn from these screenshots, and we're going to see what we can learn from the other stuff that dropped yesterday. And if you guys are listening over on Spotify, like I said before, we are going to put some pictures, and I'll put some links and stuff in the description for that, so that you guys can at least see what we're talking about. So guys, let me turn down the music a little bit, because for some reason or another, the music does distract me when I'm talking. All right. Does anyone recognize this room? Anyone? This is the long room. This is the long room from Factory. So you have a spawn over in this room over here, and then if we come over here, it's right here. What we're looking at right here is this right here. We're standing right about here, and we're looking this way. Like that. That's what that room is. So all of this is new, and it's also all open right here, which is really cool. So that's completely changing Factory as is, because every time we know someone spawns over here, then they really don't have anywhere to go. That's a good corner. But now we have all of this. So what do we do with this? We do this. We take a box. And if I had to guess, it's probably going to look something like... Now we do have some issues with... You know what? I won't make it opaque, so... something like that. So like that. Actually, we'll make it a little bit easier on the eyes. We'll do that. So approximately, obviously this isn't going to be the scale, guys. This is about what we're looking at for that room. Make this red to make it obvious where the edge is. So we're looking at something similar to this for this room here. Oh, wrong one. For this room. That's what we're looking at right now. And it looks like maybe... Oh, you know what we can do with this, though? Because of these windows, maybe what this is that right above? So this seems like this could be just about right above the wall there, scale-wise. So I think this is spot on. I think this is about what we're looking at. Maybe it could be a little bit thinner. Could be just a little bit thinner. Maybe we do something like that. You know what? It does make sense for it to be symmetrical. So let's just, yeah, that's about symmetrical. So that's probably what we're looking at. That's probably what we're looking at there for this one. Oh, that's the wrong thumbnail. That's the wrong thing. So yeah, that's what we're looking at for this one. And notice this little tent down here. So we got our tent here. We got our labs. If we zoom in, we got this tent over here. We got this generator here. We got some red lights behind that tent. And we have some labs. We have a pallet of lab stuff. And it looks like we have some general debris. But this is a big thing. So we look for the landmarks. We look for like the... not necessarily the landmarks, but if it was a map, I would call it landmarks. But it would be, you know, focus points. So we've got this big thing hanging here. We've got this tent over here, generator, and then we've got the labs pallets here. And now this is what we're looking at here. We've got the labs pallets here. We can't see anything hanging around, but we do have this tent. It looks like there's a red light back here. And there was a generator, and we can see the generator. Okay. So this is right here. This is one of the pictures. And we'll have it stack a bit better too. All right. So one picture shows off this big area. Next picture shows off this little area here. So that is definitely what we're looking at, because we have the two focus. Now we don't have this, but we do have, we can see the tent, we can see the pallets, and we can see this generator over here. Come on. So we've got the tent, we've got the pallets. That that right there. No, I'm not talking about this big thing here. I'm talking about that. That's the handle for like a generator right there. And then I'm pretty sure that's we got the red lights coming behind that. So very confident that that is where that is. And we see some pallets here. It looks like that might be a generator, but I'm pretty confident that those are the barrels and that's the staircase and then that's that little ramp up into the other factory. So this is inside. Very confident that this is inside that tent. So our other picture would be something like this for number 3. So our view is something like this, where we're looking out this way. So that would be number 3. And then this is going to be underground. We don't have any information about this, of course, but what we do see over here is some pipes. Very, the usual factory look, and we got a lot of debris down here. Now that it's not collapsed from above, so I'm curious where that debris came from, because it's not from directly above it. Maybe the wall will be busted out behind it. Maybe it's just a trash pile that they're gathering from somewhere else, because there is a lot of construction being done in this area. Who knows? But it's definitely not from above it, because we have all those pipes up there. But we'll see what we can see. We'll take account of what we can see, which is this is your quintessential underground factory. So we got our pipes on the wall, tight spaces, obviously underground, very dirty floor. Not like we're really paying attention to that, but there's like little bits of rubble just everywhere on the floor. And what I think could maybe be a ramp that looks like an incline right there. So maybe a little bit of a ramp. And at the other side of that ramp, we have these pallets of stuff over here, whether that's like some kind of liquid container over there. And then we have these pallets with these boxes on them. And we get these little fenced-in terror group things here with some barrels and some more pipes. So no idea where this one is, but we can take account of like what we see there. All right, this is our other room. What I'd like to figure out is where this could be, because we do have this over here. So what this could be is something like, it would be something like maybe over here, but then that cuts into old factory. That's interesting. So we've got this hanging thing here. So if we go back over here, we've got this here. So that makes me think that what we're looking at, unless the angle is different, so we would be seeing the circle side of this cylinder. And we've got the circle side of this cylinder here. This is what I'm looking at. And we have a staircase here. We got more pallets. I do see a red door over there. I don't see anything with a red light, but I do see a red door over there. So this is looking like this would move over into old factory. So in theory, this might be gone over here, boys. Because that would cut in. Now, actually, maybe what we could do is if we go over to this, do we think that this actually does cut in over there? So this is where it gets a little bit difficult. Let's look around a little bit more. So what I think we're looking at here is, this is the pallets that are stacked up on each other right here. So over on factory, you know how this is the exit, and then you've got your three story rooms over here, and then there's these pallets right here. There's some pallets right here. I think what we're looking at, but they're blue, so those are blue pallets, so we'll make those blue. I think what we're looking at is a window, a doorway, and it would be right about here. So this is where I'm guessing maybe what we do. Actually, no, this would make sense. So we can just do this. The scale does actually end up working out well, because that would put, let's put the hanging, that would be about in the middle of the room for that cylinder. And that's actually pretty close. That is actually very close to this edge wall here, over here, this cylinder. So that'd probably put that cylinder right about here. And we'll make that the hanging cylinder. We'll make that blue too. So that's that hanging cylinder, and that leaves us plenty of room. Also, I guess we can line it up with these two here. So if we come over here, oh, that's easily, yeah, that's at least lined up, if not in between these two. That's at least lined up with the middle one. So that's very, yeah, that makes sense right there. That does make sense right there. If that blue square is the hanging cylinder, that does make sense right there. And there's plenty of room here for the rest of the room too. So methinks that this picture is something like this. Methinks that we got something like this going on. Boop. So I think that's what we're looking at. Pretty sure that's what we're looking at for this picture. And then we've got, it does look like, obviously we got some staircases up here. Maybe we got a bit more upstairs things to check out. These just look like repair pits for vehicles. I don't think this would lead anywhere. Other than, you know, maybe they'll have like a toolbox or a weapon crate or something down there, like sometimes you see. But we will see. We'll see what happens. Actually, while we're doing this, let's see if we can see any loot. Is that a gas can or is that a... Yeah, it's a gas can. I'm not seeing any loot myself. Although we do sometimes get stuff on here. Now, in the pipeline, that they might not be at the point where they have loot pools set up. But it is like on labs, I know that stuff will spawn over here. Stuff will spawn on these for sure, and that's not just on labs. So could possible have a loot spawn over here. Could have possible loot spawns over here. This gurney or whatever this is on the other side of this curtains here. Yeah, just interesting, just all around interesting. And you can call me crazy, but I'll just go ahead and say that if I had to guess, this tent is going to be connected in some way to one of the entrances to labs. So I think what our perspective is in this tent, what I forgot to mention before, I think what our perspective from this tent is directly behind us is something to do with how to enter labs. Because otherwise this makes no sense, right? So the whole point with these these hazmat suits, if you want to call them hazmats, whatever, they're protective suits for any kind of airborne chemicals or whatever. It would need to be worn to enter a dangerous area, so they're obviously going to be hung up to enter a dangerous area. Factory isn't a dangerous area. You know what sure shit is a dangerous area, though? Labs. So I think what we're going to be dealing with here, and I know this is kind of obvious, but it's not obvious to everyone. I do think that what we're looking at here, I think this is going to be, whether it be like an underground portion and we come down here, or this directly leads to it somehow. Maybe there's a staircase on the other side of this this wall here. This is, I think it's very, very likely that this tent right here and this wall, specifically that door, is associated with entering labs somehow. That's my guess. All right, so we got that figured out. That's also that we got the helicopter up here, so that would be right here. That's that room that we're looking at here. And then out this door right here, we've got giggity. We've got over onto old factory, so it doesn't cut into it. So maybe what we have is a second doorway, something like this. What can I do to do that? I don't know. We'll just do this. So I think this is normally a doorway. Any of you guys that know AutoCAD or architects or whatever, that's what a doorway looks like. You have the one thing here, and then where does it swing? Does it swing in or out? Like that's what a doorway usually looks like up here. But fuck it, this will be our door. Say that's our doorway. And I'll move this over a little bit so it makes sense. So I think that's our doorway right here, and I think that's what we're looking at for this picture. And same picture, and yeah. Oh, hold on. Yeah, that's definitely the tanks that we got over on Old Factory there. That is absolutely these right here. Absolutely these. So that is the door. We got pumping station right on the other side of this wall. If we can see through this wall, pumping station would definitely be right here. And then we've got our tanks. Excuse me. We got our tanks over here, and then just on the other side of this wall, we've got blue dumpsters. So we've got our blue dumpsters right here. We've got pumping station right here, and then yeah, this is definitely what we're looking at right here. And then over here, this is probably... Oh, we got the helicopter right there, so this gives it away. So what we're doing here is this. So we have... this is like our upstairs kind of portion here. So this cuts out. Now, this isn't part of a picture, but what we'll do is we'll block this out. So we have a block out kind of like something like this. And we'll just do it like that. Which we don't have any information. We don't have any information on this area, but we do know that it's there. We know that we got the staircase going up. I don't... That's interesting. Why is there no door there? I don't see a door there. I would have thought there'd be a door there. But I don't see one. I don't know what's going on with that. But yeah, we got the helicopter. That's a dead giveaway there. That's the helicopter, unless there's two helicopters, which of course not. There's not. So 2 green helicopters that are hanging through the ceiling. No, that's that over there. And if we even need more, there's the green light. And then also over here, we got whatever this generator little thing is over here. And there it is again. There's our green light. This is absolutely that. So we've got our underground entrance over here. And this picture is this. So it would be probably... Now what we don't see is the blue. So it would be ahead of it. So what we see there is probably something like maybe this at most. So something like this at most, and then we have a and then we have our little ramp underground right about here. So we can do something like probably be something. Actually no, because it sees over here. So that room would be something like this. Or that angle would be something like that. But we'll have that angle will be something like that, but we'll have that be over that because we can see it. And then there will be a ramp that comes down like this. That'd be black. That's the ramp down to the abyss. All right. So that's what we're looking at for this picture. Right here. We've got this outcropping here, whatever this is, because I haven't seen a door yet. I don't know what this is or how you would get in there. It's just some kind of open area thing. Now, given the placement here, I would have to say this is Old Factory right here. This is the underground to Old Factory. So you guys, I don't think we have an exact picture here, but this is, here, maybe if we just do this. Can I copy? I'll copy all that. Make sure. This is, oh, wait, okay, that's not underground. Shoot. Okay, so I need I don't have a... Alright, I do not have a... Let me see if I can get a picture real quick for Old Underground Factory. EFT Wiki. Just to make sure we completely have everything together here. Some of you guys are... I'm sure some of you guys are yelling at me like, we know. But let's make sure we're certain here. Okay, there's that. This is a good. That's probably good. This works, and it's the exact same picture, so it's just a bit over it. So we do that. Save that there. Then we can open this with. Okay, so we have the exact same picture here, but this guy over from the wiki has put the underground here too. So what I think we're looking at here is if we come over here. And I've already copy and pasted that. Actually, you know what I can do is do this. That up. So I think what we're looking at is this. So this feeds into old. Mess with that a little bit. That. I think the aspect ratio is a bit off with these. About that. So I think what this is, what we're looking at here, we'll group. Oh, that only turns off the one. I don't know. We'll move it. So we've got here's all our new pictures. Here's all our new stuff. And this is old underground. This is old underground. I think what we're looking at here with this ramp down is old underground. So we've got this ramp down that we're going to see in this picture next here in a second. And then this is the old little underground area. And then we go up that ramp. And then this is into room. I forget what room B is. I think, is it room B? I forget if this is, we call this room B or not. Tank room, big tank room. And then we got construction over here too. So yeah, I think what we're looking at here is you go down. This is old factory. And then right over here is ramp. So there's going to be a new opening here where you can come up into the new factory. And then I think what we got here is the ramp up to room B, to the tank room and factory. And then just around the corner there is you go back down there and then you go up towards construction. I would say that maybe this hallway now continues to, but I'm pretty sure that pipe ends there. So there's just a little bit of a ledge there. Not necessarily a ledge, but it just kind of outcrops a little bit from that wall. So I don't think that, it doesn't seem like that continues. So we can't really say that down there is this room just yet. But if I had to guess, I would say it looks like they're keeping everything pretty close together. And that's it. That's all the pictures that we have. So this is very clearly one room. This is very clearly one room. At least that they've shown us with this. From at least what they've shown us with this, this is just one room. So you've got all of this big area here. So if you guys wanted factory to stay small, looks like they're keeping to that. Now we do have some extra room here, and we do have some extra space. And we do have an unaccounted for underground location. So I'm curious where they're going to put this. I don't see anything that's super obvious of where it would be. Like we know that they added to the underground already based off of this picture. This is going to go into old factory here. So maybe what they did is it's either a separate underground location. Maybe what they did is I'll make sure I'll keep that where it is so I don't fuck it up so you guys can still see. Maybe what they did was they added it to the other underground area over on this side of factory. So maybe somewhere over here, because blinking red over here has always been iffy to me. It's always been iffy to me because it's why is there such a secure door there with that blinking red light and the security camera. I'm gonna see if I can find that picture. All right. The wiki doesn't have the picture. Oh, what it does have, though, is this. So let's do this. So this right here, this is an old picture of that underground right there. Over here on the right, we have the ramp up into the tank room on factory, the big tanks. This is now going to be an opening. This is an opening in the wall right here. So we've got this ramp down right here. We come over here too. This ramp right here is there. So we've got that opening down there. Hopefully you guys understand now what we're looking at here. I think that's pretty clear. But what isn't clear is where the fuck is this room? No idea. So there's a bunch of different things that they could have done with this. They could have added more to the underground. So we know that this ramp over here feeds into this underground. Maybe it's over here somewhere. Maybe it's under a forklift or something over here. They could have done more with it. And we also don't know what else there is. But those of you guys that were worried about factory getting too big, looks like they did right. Looks like they did right by you guys, because it definitely adds to it. There's a lot going on here. It definitely gives you more to think about and more to do other than just the normal, spawn traps, especially if you get trapped over here in this room and you get trapped in the big glass hallway and over here and stuff. It would be interesting if they added something extra over here as well, especially where you get stuck in this corner over here. So yeah, but this is what we're looking at right now. This is what we're looking at. This is probably better for here. So this, other than, we'll get rid of that. This, we do not know where this is. It's underground somewhere. I'm hoping it's over here somewhere. But other than that, this is what we're looking at. So we got, cut all this down. All right. So we've got picture number 1. Oh. Picture number 1. This is what we're looking at. This big room right here. Absolutely guaranteed. Like, this is definitely what we're looking at here. We've got old factory, new factory. This is what we're working with. Picture number 2 is this. We got this little corner over here. Picture number 3 is inside that tent. So we're working with, like, right here. Picture number 4, underground, unknown. Hopefully it's over here somewhere, so it kind of opens this up a little bit more. But we'll see. Number 4, we've got this over here. Got this big opening over here. And then that's going to be the same. That's this over here. That's going to be the same as well. And then this picture right here is, I think I made some more additions. Yep. That. This is that picture right here. This square right here is what we're looking at right here. So just behind us is that tent that we were talking about earlier. And that's all the factory pictures. I gotta take a sip of coffee here. But that's what we're working with here, generally speaking. And then we do have that that big cropping, that whatever that is. I don't see a door there, so I don't know what's going on with that. So I just saw someone did just comment about, do you think there will be an outdoor area too? I was hoping there would be an outdoor area. I don't see, they at least haven't shown us an outdoor area for factory yet. So we'll have to wait and see. They haven't shown us at least yet. But that's what we're working with right now. Going off what we have right now, that's what we're working with. All right, let's keep it moving here though, and let's move over to what I talked about yesterday. So guys, this is a video that Clean tweeted last year, and one of the community managers at BSG specifically sought out this video or that tweet. Podcast is at 3 p.m. Eastern today, guys, over on Pesley's channel. So that community manager specifically went out and found that tweet because he remembered that shows inertia very well. But then I specifically asked him what he thought about it, and like what he thought about like it coming to Escape from Tarkov, and he said that it hasn't been determined yet. So all we know is that someone at BSG, who is a community manager, he's not an actual like artist or really like a shot caller or anything, but from an inside perspective at BSG, at least there is someone that sees this as, I guess, where this is going. So this is all we have to go off of right now. We know that everyone wants inertia. Not everyone. There's a lot of people want inertia changes, right? Because this is pretty unrealistic for a as realistic as playable game. I've talked about where I stand with inertia. And generally speaking, if this was me, I would really like it to be something like, I think this is PUBG. Pretty sure this is PUBG. So I'd like it to be somewhere in the middle here. This is pretty slow. I know this is very realistic, but this is pretty slow. And while we're on the subject here, guys, I'll just explain my thoughts again here too. What we haven't seen yet is everything that is going to affect how you move in game yet. So we do not have the custom armor rigs and custom armor hitboxes and custom rigs in yet. And that is going to affect how you move significantly because people are going to want to wear more armor, right? So if in order to wear that more armor, you're going to have more weight or you're not going to be able to move around very quickly. So there should be a trade-off. This is my mindset. This is my opinion of how I want to see things really. I think that there should be a trade-off there. So even if it involves being not that realistic, but you're just super easy to kill, like what everyone is like really angry about right now whenever they talk about inertia is that everyone is a speedy tank boy that's running around without inertia. So you're running around this quickly, you can stop on a dime and you can move around on a dime, but you also are wearing level 6 armor and very difficult to kill. What I'm talking about is being able to move around, and then maybe not necessarily on a dime, but I'd be okay with something like a PUBG. You can still move very quickly, but you are easier to kill because in order for you to be moving that quickly, you need to be wearing less armor, less effective armor, basically, other than maybe you're just covering your vitals on your torso and maybe a helmet or something. But in order to be the tanky player that everyone's complaining about right now, you would theoretically in the future need to be wearing something like a Ford armor. You would need to be wearing something that actually fully covers like every nook and cranny with something at least like a level 3, whatever it would be. It would be not a mold. What am I looking for? Like an aramid or something. I don't know what would that end up being, but it's a flexible. Flexible is the word that I was looking for. Flexible armor for like under your arm and stuff like that, but you don't move around as quickly. And I think that's where the core issue is, and it's really difficult for me to digest that right now because I don't know why people don't know what's coming with Tarkov and they're just seeing what's directly in front of them. I mean, I kind of can, but that's the way I see it. I think that people just, and again, I really wish that the custom armor hitboxes were in the game earlier and that the rigs were in the game earlier, because then we would be talking about that right now. That's what we'd be looking at, and then we would say, all right, yeah, maybe we can tune the inertia a little bit. But now here we are going to be tuning the inertia before we get something that is going to be the lasting effect of your movement in game. So that's where I stand with it. I really wish that they would get those custom armor hitboxes and the rigs in the game before they do anything with inertia, but everyone's freaking out about inertia, so we'll see where it goes from here. Boop, boop, boop. And then we got the work in progress on weapon malfunctions. Yeah, I am pretty sure that this is a PP19. Pretty sure this is a PP19. But yeah, looks like maybe like a double feed. I'm not enough of a gun guy to know that, but that would look like maybe a double feed where it's getting hung up there. Is that what that would be? And it would make sense with 9mm, maybe because of the smaller round. Actually, I don't know. That definitely looks like a PP19. Yeah, I think that one specifically might be a double feed. At least that's my opinion on it. We'll see. But yeah, so work in progress on weapon malfunctions. All right. We can move over, and that is everything that we have today, guys. You know what I'll do is I'll keep these up in case you guys want to reference back to it. I'll keep these up. I've got this playing in the background here. And we already got chat going, so that'll be all right. But what we will also add is let's add my command thingy, and we can add boop 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 boop. The Twitter thingy. All right. So we'll do that, and then can we slideshow this? We'll do that. We'll slideshow these in the background for today. All right. What are we looking at? So now that was the topic I wanted to do today. I know that was pretty much all the time, but it's all right, guys. We can extend it a little bit if we have to. Let's make this a little bit smaller. Actually, smaller. That looks good. You can see everything a little bit better. All right, so guys, as usual for the chat Q&A, make sure you're using @NiceGuySpaceTarkov, like what Zone Soccer just did there and what Shiny just did there. @NiceGuySpaceTarkov to make sure that I can see your comments. That's breaking down in detail everything that we just had from the last couple days here, and we're gonna get another one at 3 p.m. Eastern United States time with Pesley. Pesley's having a chat with Nikita, so hopefully we'll get something cool with that. I don't know if you'll talk about it. But opinion on no, dude, we're not. No, Shiny, we're not talking. We zero politics, dude. Zero politics in this channel, man. Zero politics. We're definitely not doing that right now. Or period. We're not doing that. I take inertia needs to come, even if you were nothing. Even if you were nothing into raid, you need some inertia. Though, the more gear you put on, the more and more it would increase. I think you're on the same point than me there. I just don't understand what you're saying there, Zone. But it seems like you're sort of agreeing with me there. So yeah, that's the way that I think of things. If you're wearing more armor, it should be more difficult for you to move around. So I think there should be a trade-off. It was really enjoyable, to be honest. Thanks for putting time and effort. Hey, no problem, Zoda. That is what I'm here to do. When do you think wipe is happening? Check out my 12.11 video. I talked about that. I also went into a bit of detail with that yesterday, with my theoretical timeline for 2021. So go check that out yesterday, Singus. Do you think we'll be able to put armor under a rig again with the custom armor hitboxes? We should, depending on the rig. Depending on the rig, you should be able to, yes. Some rigs are going to have armor pouches or whatever you want to call it in them. And some of them are going to be able to be worn over an armor, like an actual specific like armor plate. Do you think we'll be able to? Yeah, already got that. Thanks, Alexander. Boop, boop, boop. Do you think they will change some stuff from the original factory? Probably. There's going to be a graphics overhaul. I mean, they kind of already have. There's a doorway. Like, this is directly connected. Like, what we're seeing over here, like, that is old factory. We are looking at... Well, now we're not, but... Well, actually, yeah, we are. That was old factory down there. So, I'm sure they would change some things here and there. Maybe they did change up the construction corner spawn over there. We'll see. It looks like they removed the middle underground area, according to the first picture. According to the first picture. What you mean, bub? We'll wait for it to come back around. I doubt it. I so doubt it. I don't think they would have removed it. I think what you're thinking of is there's other pipes there. There's other like big cylinders there. I think you're misremembering what that looks like over there, because that's definitely not what it looks like. It'll come back around here in a second. Thoughts on the factory expansion? I think they did a good job. I think they did a good job of adding some. I wish there was a little bit extra, like maybe an extra room here and there. I thought there'd be more. Maybe there still is more. Like, see, the underground area is over here, dude. It's not. That's not the underground area. What we were just looking at. You know what? Let me just make this super simple here. This is not where that underground area was. This is up next to it. So if we're looking at this picture like this, if this was like, if we could see the rest over here, that underground is like over here somewhere. So these are the big cylinders that we're looking at right here. Like, we're standing right here. That's where we're standing in this picture. Right there. And we're looking at this, and then there's the second one. We're looking at this, and then there's the second one. There's your underground area. So no, they didn't. I highly doubt that they removed that. Highly doubt. How did I do this? Okay, good. So yeah. Boop 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 boop. What do we got? Yeah, highly doubt they did that. What up, Oblivion? How you doing, man? Do you think there will be a weapon cleaning function when your weapon gets dirty or jammed like Red Dead Redemption 2? I don't know how it works in Red Dead Redemption 2. I think what they're going to do, guys, is I think repair is going to be involved. I don't know if they would add a separate function to clean your weapon, but as long as you have it repaired and the durability up high, I think you should be good. So my theory is that that's what we're going to be looking at. Thanks, Alex. Fair enough. Thoughts on the factory expansion? Yeah, like I said, I think it's cool. I think they were able to add to it without adding too much to it, and we'll see what else there is to find about it. I'm sure they're not showing us absolutely everything that there is to be seen, so we'll explore. We'll explore it. We'll be exploring it to see what's up with it. Again, Cygnus, make sure you go check out my 12.11 video or my timeline, my 2021 timeline. I talked about that yesterday. Do we know where the boss is going to be in factory? If I had to guess, he's going to be around that labs entrance. If I had to guess, because he's probably it probably has something to do with he's looking for the labs entrance. Although he does have that big sledgehammer, so maybe he's a construction dude. So maybe you'll find him in construction. Maybe you'll find him in that underground area. So, I think given the importance of the entrances or the entrance, whatever it ends up being to labs, so like right over here. Maybe we'll see him over here. Maybe we'll see him around here. But again, his name is Sledgehammer. So maybe he's a construction dude. So maybe we see him down here. Maybe this is his hangout spot. And it would definitely make sense for a close quarters boss to be in a very tight spot. So yeah, actually that does. Now that I'm talking myself more into that, I think that makes sense. Dude's going to have a sledgehammer. He's going to try to beat the shit out of you in a little tight, a little bunker, a little underground thing. That's my theory, at least. Failure to eject. Otherwise, the double feed prevents from being forward. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Failure to eject. Okay, but why is it like sticking like that? Is what my I'm trying to wonder why would it make it stick like that? What do you think? Entrance to labs will work on factory. I think it's just going to literally be an entrance. We really don't know too much about that. Hopefully, we can get some answers with that from Nikita today. And we'll see. This Nikita said yesterday that factory expansion will come in a upcoming patch that we might see it really. No, Dominic, it's 12.11. Factory is 12.11. If he says that it's not 12.11, this is gonna make no sense tomorrow. This is gonna make no sense. 12.11 is the next patch. It was supposed to be the factory expansion patch. It looks like it's ready to go. If he says it's 12.12, I'm gonna be real confused and worried about what's going on over there. It really should be the next patch. It should be 12.11. Do you think that player base will increase or decrease with the changes you discussed today? I mean, I would assume that it's going to increase over time. Again, they call these a wipe cycle for a reason. Towards the end of it, whenever anyone wants to be critical about the game, they talk about how no one's playing it anymore. And they want to talk about all the problems in the game and stuff like that when it's still in development. This happens every single wipe, and it's been happening for years. It is the same thing over and over and over again. Once the game wipes, everybody comes back. Almost, if you really like the game, if you actually have an itch to play Escape from Tarkov, you will be back because it just hits different. Tarkov just hits different. So if you actually like Escape from Tarkov, if you've liked it at some point, once the wipe comes through, you're going to see your buddies are playing it. You're going to see your favorite streamers going to be playing it. You're going to get the itch and you're going to come back. That's what happens every single fucking time. And it's been happening that way for years, for most of the community. And it's generally speaking, it grows over time. So yeah. I don't know if you already answered this, but the suit in the lab tent might be for factory. Or factory, as factory was previously a chemical factory. Well, then why haven't we seen it before? And why is it all around the Terror Group stuff? And why does it look exactly like what's in the labs? That is like the exact same setup that it has for labs. And factory is supposed to be an entrance to labs. So I just don't think it's a coincidence. Like, you could be right, but I don't think there's a coincidence there. Do you think we will get new weapons with the DLCs that not currently planned? We could. Very well could. Would love to see more rat weapons like VPO, Vepr variants. There's going to be more like civilian rifles and stuff like that coming for sure, yeah. But I don't know what's going on with the DLC for that. But could be. The new underground is probably under the entire map. architecturally, that's the only thing that makes sense. It's a pretty small area, though. It could just be connected. They could have just connected it to something. Architecturally, I don't see where you're coming from with that, Zoda. Or no, not Zoda. Who said that? Puma Man. I don't see where you're coming with that. Architecture, I don't see any backing behind that. I think it's going to be tagged onto something, but who knows? Could both be wrong. The pic you showed where you said there wasn't a door. In fact, there is 2 doors, but they are matching color with the wall. Well, at least I think. No, I'm looking at it with as high definition as I could, and I really don't see a door there at all. I think it's just a wall for some reason. I really don't see a door there. Hold on, we'll see. It'll be coming up here in a second. Like, there's no door on the first floor. I don't see a door up there either. No, those are lockers. Those are like lockers or something. Yeah, I don't think there's a... Maybe those aren't lockers. Maybe they're like big doors that open like side... Maybe they like... what would it be? They like... slide open or something, but those look like the lockers like what we have over above the Postman Pat bunker that we're like right outside of in this picture. That looks like those lockers from over there. By the truck and down green drone. Is that a staircase going down? That was a helicopter and staircase going down by the truck. Yes, but that is this. That's a repair pit. That's not going to go anywhere. We might have like some toolboxes or something down there, but that's a repair pit so that people can get under. See, you can even see the tire right there. That just stops like right there. That's just so someone can get under there and repair under a heavy vehicle without having to put it up on a lift. I was hoping for an outside area, which would show and lead to customs and maybe even different factory buildings you could go into. I doubt that they would do like a different building. I mean, it's totally possible. Like, they could. But, yeah, the outside would have been cool. Outside area would have been cool. And with map-to-map travel, maybe we'll see something like that. And again, guys, this isn't everything. This is just a peak. So there could be more. For all we know, there could be even double what we know right now. There could be more than double of what we know right now from factory. So there could be a lot more to come. Are we really that late already? Wow, we're already, yeah. Okay, do you think there will be better loot now on factory? Theoretically, there could be. I don't. Maybe because it's connected to labs, maybe. But I'm not sure. Do you think the weapon durability characteristics will change to the amount of ammo used or fire through the weapon and not the amount of time raid used? That's how it works right now, man. You can bring an AK into 50 raids if you want. If you don't fire a bullet, the durability is not going to go down. If you go into one raid and you shoot 1,000 rounds, the durability is going to go down. So that already happens. So unless you misphrase that question, that already happens. 2 questions about last stream. Why did you assume BSG will from now on do a patch a month? It's not from now on. That's always been the plan. It's just they've been they haven't really been achieving it. They've always had the plan of they want to do content patches every single month. And those content patches are the point patches. So 12.11, 12.12, 12.13, with the major feature releases being the bigger numbers like the 12s, 13s, 14s, stuff like that. Now, whether they actually keep to it or not is, something with the global pandemic and, if they have some delays here and there and stuff like that. But that's generally their plan. Last patches, yeah, the last patches were because of they were all working from home and it was all that shit show from the pandemic. Why are you so sure they won't do a 3-month wipe? Because I think that's really soon. I don't see them doing a 3-month wipe these days. If anything, they're making the wipes longer. But given what they want to do with streets, and given what they want to do with the wipes, and given that they, it really fucking sucked to have just one wipe for the entire year of 2021. That's why I think it makes sense. Now, given the stuff that we know about Lighthouse, maybe we see something with Lighthouse. But a big reason why at least my mindset was going towards not thinking of Lighthouse yesterday, too, with that again, guys, is because of karma. How many people really enjoy... I mean, plenty of people, I'm sure, like playing their scavs right now. But how are we going to properly test scav karma without a wipe? No one really uses their scavs when they have all the money in the world. Like, sure, they'll have it as a joke or whatever, but how are we going... Genuinely, how are we going to properly test scav karma without a wipe? no one's going to be playing their scavs, or at least very, very little of people are going to be playing their scavs. So I think that's going to be an issue if we don't end up wiping and we end up putting in scav karma, because you're just not. It's going to be wasted time for that feature, wasted testing time for that feature. Because the only people that are going to be doing it are people that literally just want to see what happens with it, and it's not going to be actual priority of the normal player base, which is what you want for the test. So yeah. Is Pogcast today? I have no idea. You're going to have to ask Jesse or Veritas about that. Stovepiped probably. Stovepiped. Isn't that with the barrel that went out? I don't know what that is. You reckon offices will be a high pop area? Should still be, yeah, as soon as we got the safes up there. Do you think they will bring in weapon bunting or punching? I think they are. I know they're adding bayonets, or they want bayonets. The round case is stuck. Oh, because the round case is... Oh, stovepipe with the actual casing. Maybe. I'm not that much of a gun guy, so you could be right there. Do you think they'll up the extract time and number of players of this new factory? If they were just going to add, if this ends up being all that they've added, I could see them not adding more to factory, but we'll see. Maybe they'll add one. Maybe they'll add one more person. But I think it's counterproductive they were trying to opening up and have not the spawn situations that we were having before. All right, lightning round, guys, and I'll see how many people I can pick up here before we head out. Why can't I see the question that I just saw? Is that because I already answered that? Oh shit, it's because I am really behind. Oh my god. All right, listen guys, if I didn't answer your question, oh wow, I was super behind. Okay, so now I'm up to date. Let's finish it off strong here, guys. If I have not answered your question yet, I'm gonna get some Morloft here, because he's a very nice guy. We're gonna get to Morloft, and then I'm gonna answer Raleigh, and then I'll answer a couple more after that, and then we're gonna head out so we can keep it to an hour today, because I have a lot of shit. I actually have too much shit to do today. Do you have a chat with Veritas and Jesse yet? No, I seriously, Morloft, I'm kind of good with the thing that I'm doing here. Genuinely, if they wanted to do a podcast with me, it's nothing against them. I'd be very appreciative of the invite and all that stuff, but I don't think I would do it. I've got just for my own reasons. I like to keep to myself over here and kind of do my own thing so that it's easier for me to comprehend and do stuff. So I generally I'll say that all right, I should be back now, guys. I should be back now. Give me something when I come back. Give me something when I come back. Can you hear me? Am I back? 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 Yes. That guy said yes. Back W. Yeah, you back. He's scared to answer the question. No, I'm not scared to answer the question. Generally speaking, it's I have, when I'm in person, I have trouble I don't know. I have trouble getting my thoughts across because I want to let the other person talk, and so when I have multiple people that I'm trying to talk to, I'll say this. I'm going to do a lot of test runs with people that I actually really know. So when I end up doing the afternoon podcast shows, I'm going to have some people that I have spent a lot of time with in real life, so that it's easier for me to like talk and like, actually converse with them and stuff like that, because I'm a little bit worried where we have so many eyeballs and we have so many people that are going to be watching that. I'm a little worried that I'll say something stupid or I'll do something stupid if I talk to someone that I don't actually really have a normal, relationship with yet. So if that makes any sense, that's how I feel about it. So that's why you'll never see me do like anything with Pestly. You'll never see me do anything with hell, even Nikita. I don't think I would ever do a audio one-on-one with Nikita. I'd probably just do text. I would have to I don't know. I just don't want to do anything stupid. That's it. And then everyone's gonna freak out about it. That's really all it comes down to. Do you think map-to-map travel will be added with the expansion since there is lab sent? I don't think it's going to come with this very next expansion because I don't think it's ready yet. I do not think that it's going to come with this very next expansion. Maybe once we see Streets come in, maybe we can see a little bit of map-to-map travel with Streets, since that'll be the other side of that coin there for getting into labs. Maybe. And then also a maybe with that, maybe we do see a little bit of an extra, like maybe there is a little bit of an extra room or something, or maybe a elevator shaft or a staircase or something that gets you actually into labs itself that will be locked off with the expansion. And then once they actually do the map, once they do the map to map travel, it'll just pop up. They'll open up that door, or they'll make it accessible, or maybe there'll be a key and you can't get the key until they do that yet. That kind of thing. Got a question about the hideout. Do you think they will be doing something with the security feature, like players can raid your... No way you're going to be able to raid they've said that multiple times. You will never be able to raid someone else's hideout, period. Just got here, sorry for your answer, but how many people do you think in a new factory? They might add... I could see them adding one more person tops, like one more person, because going back to the old days, but if this is all that we are working with the new expansion, if we just get this one new room... the point is they want to open it up. They didn't want the spawn chaos to keep happening with the long glass hallway and stuff like that. So they wanted to open up a little bit more. So adding people will be counterproductive to that. So I don't think they'll end up adding too many more people. Maybe one at most. Maybe if there is more to what we're seeing here, which there could be. So yeah. Map to map would be really impressive, as the game is already not that optimized, so would be really cool if they put that. I mean, that's the plan. They at the very least are going to be doing map to map travel. And no, it's not optimized because it's still in development. It's got a long way to go, man. If Tarkov becomes open world, what do you think about using vehicles as means of transport? So vehicles are their least priority. So they're not saying no to vehicles, but it is their lowest is the right word there to use there, Nolan. Lowest priority of literally everything, because it's just so much is going to be involved with getting vehicles to work correctly in the game. That is their absolute lowest priority. So it's not a no, but they're going to need to turn over every single stone before that. Guys, we're way over an hour right now, and I've got a lot to get to today. So if I haven't gotten to your questions, you can jump into the VOD, which should go up pretty soon after this, or I will be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern United States time to 10 a.m. Eastern United States time, and we'll discuss everything that Nikita talked about today with Pestily. And if you guys are interested in what he's going to say today with Pestily, but you can't catch the stream itself, then I will, as usual, have a summary video up as soon as possible after they are done talking, so you can catch that here on the channel. So, as usual, for the latest Escape from Tarkov news, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And thank you guys very much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. I love you. And I hope you have a nice day. See you guys.